underneath a 21 plus Frontier two-wheel drive. That is the transmission mount for the 9-speed. They're pretty weak. I've been under here a couple times. As evidenced by the first one, they wear out very quickly. Driveline vibration. Here is a rebuildable Nissan Titan transmission mount. They look very different, but those two bolts that interface with the transmission there are in the same spot. And the 3 bolts on the bottom are in the same spot. So we're gonna get this transmission mount out, see if this one fits in, see if we can't upgrade something rebuildable, just a better design. So better view, just to prove that the bolts are in the same spot. It's about 5 1/4 inches. You can see here on this one, the same thing. 3/17 on the studs. 2/17 to the trans. Gonna undo these 3 first. Push the trans up a little bit, and then we'll knock those 2/17s loose. Get the mount out, throw the new one in. Those are pretty tight, if memory serves me correct, and I definitely wrenched those things last time, so about to pay for that. Now we're gonna knock these 3 out. Already bleeding. 17 deep. I'm lazy, and we can fit the impact, so we're gonna use it. $17. Long one. Ugh. Golly, man. Let's not strip this. How's that sound? He says as he switches to the boxed end. That already feels sketchy. Ow! Fucker. Ah! These 3 nuts are out. So we're gonna start pushing on the transmission pan, get this thing out. Fortunately, you got to get it up a good ways to clear these 3 studs. It's almost easier to do this when you're doing engine mounts. If you have 2 jacks, when your 2 engine mounts are up and you have the engine tilted up, it gives you a little more clearance to get this thing out. Start jacking, you should see this start lifting up. Side note, bottle jacks are money for lifted off-road cars. The footprint and weight is so much smaller than a full-size floor jack, especially when you just got to change one tire, just throw it under your LCA or under your rear axle. And this is a 12-ton, and versus spending $400 on a Badlands and carrying around like 80 pounds, it's a lot more manageable. Yeah. Shut up, keep losing the transmission. You were to ask me why they made these studs so long, I couldn't tell you. We're still not out. Gonna get those two top 17s out and see if we can't go ahead and wiggle this thing out, get this thing free. Anyway, Nissan decided to make these so long. I would say check their stock price. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna sit like that. Oh shit, that's looking good. Sits in. It's nice and happy. Probably can't tell, but those holes are looking like they're gonna clear. It looks to me like we just need to trim or oval out these a little bit more. They're ovaled forward and backwards, not front to back. Or, excuse me, the opposite of what I just said. We're gonna remove a little material. See if we can't get it to be nice and happy. Welcome back. Some grinding with the Dremel later. This thing's now happy. I have these things. There's no threads showing, but they're not fully tight, just so this thing can work itself happy as we get it down. In fact, I might actually loosen these a little bit. Now we're gonna work on getting this thing seated down in there, throwing our bolts through, and then torquing it down, making sure it's happy. We're basically there. All three bolts are in. This one's a stud, but the two rear ones are in, and they're happy. So those are 19s, top and bottom. Gonna get those snug down. Gonna get the transmission fully down, and there you go. Under its own weight. Hopefully that will close up as we torque it down and everything settles, but we'll see. All right, 17s are torqued down. Now we just gotta come in here. You see the studs? See the studs? See the studs? Get working on these, and then we're done. Look at that. that. What a beautiful sight. While I am under here, that is a Z1 motor mount. Just did those yesterday. Let's see. Passenger side is harder to get a view on, but there it is. Undecided. They're rougher, they feel more like solid engine mounts, but once again, they're rebuildable, and I've already had to replace the engine mounts on this thing, so we'll see. We'll see how I feel about them. I'm gonna start the truck up, make sure there's no weird vibrations going on, and everything feels happy, and then we're done. Now I have two of these things. This is the one from factory, the OEM one. I thought it was pretty bad when I replaced it. This is the one we just took out, and look at that. I mean, I'm not that strong. So for 2 fingers to be able to do that, I don't know. The bushing in there is kind of an X shape, grabs the 4 corners of the outer, and then there's, you know, the central pillar. So it would be good for dealing with rotational forces, but it's just not very hardy. Yeah.